Hello everybody, hello, and welcome to this week's live. I think I almost made it on time, almost, so I'm very sorry. I was busy making a cup of tea, which I now have, so this will keep me hydrated. Now, thank you so much for all getting your questions in. I see everyone smashed the like button already. You guys know what you're doing. Thank you so much. Here in the UK, it's kind of cold. I've got my gilet thing on because I'm not 100% warm, so I thought, you know what? We'll put our thing on. We're coming into spring, but still a little bit on the cold side. So how is everybody and how is everyone doing on this Saturday? I hope you're all absolutely amazing. I'm just having a look through. So many questions in already, which we love. So I will get through to all of those as we just wait for the room to fill up a little bit and see how things go. So how is everyone today? We've got lots and lots to cover, so lots to talk about, lots of questions already in. I did want to say to everybody as well, if you haven't already, we now have a Facebook group. You guys have been asking for one for ages, so I thought, bite the bullet and I'll create one. So I have created one, which I'll leave a link afterwards. I'll leave a link to it in the description box below. So if you want to join us over on Facebook, then that'd be absolutely amazing. Already, it's literally been live like 12 hours and we've got like 100 members. So don't miss out. In terms of kind of what I wanted to do with it, loads of people were saying, have you seen the trendy thing to do at the moment is to do like Patreon? Have you ever heard of that? I think it's like a thing. I don't really know. I think it's a thing where you pay to be a member of it, like £5 or something like that, to be a member of it, and then you get exclusive content. And a couple of people asked me to do that, and I was like, I don't really want to do that because I don't want to charge people for access to content. That's not kind of what I don't judge people that do it, but it's not for me. So I thought, well, actually, a great way to do this is to do a Facebook group, which when we're a member of, I can share exclusive content. I thought we'd put every week, I'd put up there like a rundown of what videos are coming in the week, so you kind of know what's coming, ahead, so you can see like the filming schedule, so you can plan a bit if you want to. Obviously, we can share thoughts and feelings and products and all that good stuff. So if you haven't got over onto Facebook, check that out. Now, we have so many people already, so I guess I'm going to have to start plowing through the questions. I've put this on for, normally after these lives, we shoot, for the past couple of weeks, it's worked really well, where we hop over to like the daily video. So when the live ends, it goes over. Today, we're sharing some hot news, gossip, all the information about Purito's new sunscreen launches, which are coming actually quite imminently. So I'm going to be sharing you everything I know about that. And it'll go straight after this. I thought an hour isn't quite enough. I always get so many questions left. So I thought, let's make this an hour and a quarter. We'll stretch it just a bit so I can get even more of your questions in because they're getting busier and busier at these lives. So let's get started. I'll start from the top. So saying hello to Tom, Rui, and Mathalena. Hello to all of you guys. Diana, DM13. Thank you so much for joining. I know a couple of people say that you haven't been approved yet on the Facebook group. I did just go and do that before I jumped on here, so you might have already. If you haven't already, I'll get round to it. Tom has volunteered kindly to help me moderate and do that. So Tom, you're a sucker for punishment. I will happily take you up on that offer and I'll sort that out. Thank you so much. Tom's actually moderating on today's chat as well. So big thank you to Tom for doing that, which is really great and makes everything so much easier and flow better. So thank you so much. Annika, welcome, my love. Sending lots and lots of love to Sweden. I always put these videos up, like the notification of these up live a little bit earlier, so you can get your questions in early, or also for you guys, like if you want to chat amongst yourselves, be my guest. It's all about skincare, so chat whatever you want. Celia, welcome, my love. I hope everything's amazing with you. Viola, welcome. We are so close to 30,000 subscribers now. I think any minute, maybe even by the time we get off this live, we might have smashed through, which is just amazing. I've actually got a giveaway to do at 30,000 subscribers, which will be in tomorrow's video if we're lucky to have crossed that. If we cross that threshold by overnight, then obviously I'll do that giveaway tomorrow. But it's an exciting one, and it's with a new brand that I've never worked with before. I'll spill the beans. It's Typology, so have a look on their website if you're in any question around. I've got a review to do on them, but they really kindly reached out and said if you want some products to do like a giveaway. I was like, yes, I'm definitely want to do that. So look out for that in tomorrow's video. Hilpri, welcome, my love. Welcome, welcome. Someone asked, we always say we when we talk about the channel. Is there somebody else involved? This is the great mystery that's ongoing with this. I like a little mystique. I like to give the area of mystique, which I fail at miserably. There is no we. It is just me. The reason I continue to say we is because I kind of think it's like a family of people that are involved in the channel, and like you guys give me so much of the inspiration and the ideas for videos, and even for like the product launch. Like when it comes down to formulating my own products, like a lot of the inspiration for the stuff came from you. A really good example is Celia. I know was talking, me and her have had a back and forth around spatulas and scoops for products. When you don't want to get your hands in those tubs of products, have a spatula. It's kind of nice. They're super, super cheap. And so I really wish more brands would give them away as an option for people, which is where that came about when I'm talking about my own brand. So it's kind of, that's just one example of how you guys kind of shape things on here, which is why I say we, which is a bit confusing, but it's literally just me. For those of you that are new, welcome, and it is just me, but I kind of say we because it's all encompassing. It's all encompassing. Nicole, welcome, my love. Thank you so much for joining. MP, welcome. We have our first question though from MP, which is, good evening, Rob. I'd like to use the Pca toner from the Inculist. Great choice. Do you think it's good to exfoliate properly? Sensitive skin. I don't know if lactic acid would be right for me. So I love the Inculist PHA exfoliator. It's very light, so in terms of your sensitive skin, it'll be great for you. Will you get amazing results on day one? Probably not. You're going to have to wait a little bit of time to see those results. It is so gentle, it's not going to happen on day one. I don't think that's actually a bad thing. I think, maybe a little bit gentle over a longer period of time is a good idea, especially if you've got sensitive skin. So I think it sounds perfect for you. Will it deliver like amazing results in the first week? No. You're going to have to wait for those results, but keep trying. I think it's fine. Let's just be in it for the long haul. So maybe buy a couple of bottles. They're super inexpensive, and you'll be able to see those results over a longer period of time. You just have to persevere with it. But a really great option if you've got sensitive skin. That kind of, I guess, leads on to my question for my video that I'm doing tomorrow. Obviously we had the travesty slash, it depends on your take on looking at it, takeover of Decium by Estee Lauder this week. Did a video on that, so I won't go into detail today. A lot of you guys said, I'm going to continue to support the brand and continue to buy the brand till anything changes, which is kind of my take. Some people said, just not for me, I'm checking out, and that's fine. So tomorrow I'm going to be doing a video on dupes for some of the most popular products by Decium. So hopefully that'll help a lot of people that might want to explore other options to Decium and the brands that sit below it. You don't have to. I'm going to keep buying from them, but sometimes it's good to mix it up, learn about some new products, and hopefully these dupes are going to be those affordable price points, fully cruelty free, and give people options for those that would like to, move away from some of the Decium products while we work out how things go. Let's have it. Jessica, hello. Victoria, Elizabeth, sending lots and lots of love. Anastasia, welcome. She says, I want to congratulate you on your upcoming launch of the products. Just check the video. It's very exciting. Thank you so much. Can I honestly say how overwhelmed, like literally overwhelmed I've been with the support from that video. I put it up, I knew you guys would be supportive. Don't get me wrong, I knew you guys would be supportive, but I didn't realise how excited people would be and how it just makes the whole thing so rewarding. And you shouldn't be in these things for the praise and things, but it's really to know that creating products that you guys will really like, I think is super important. I actually did quite a lot of work on it today, so kind of getting into the final straight. It's all a little stressy admin bits at the moment, but that's okay. And when it all comes to fruition, I'll be able to share it with you. A common question a lot of people actually said is, will there be like a pre-order? To that people can get their hands on, and I kind of wanted to do because obviously the brand is going to be available to everybody, so you can all get your hands on it. Check out that video if you haven't. You can all get your hands on it, but I kind of wanted it to be a little extra something if you came from Mad About Skin. So I'm going to be putting a code up closer to the time, advertising it on this channel. So if you found the products through the channel and you're the hardcore Mad About Skin crowd, then you can use that code for a little something. I don't want to do it as a discount because I always think when companies do discounts, sometimes I'm like, it implies their prices were overpriced in the first place. I've made it as affordable as possible, but it's going to be like a little extra giveaway. So don't worry, you can pre-order close to the time, and there will be a little free giveaway for people who came through Mad About Skin. So just as a little bit of an update. Celia said, I got V-Green Slime, I'm in love. Yes, I actually don't. No, I don't have it in this room. It's in my other room. Oh, so good, so good. You asked, I remember seeing it actually. You asked, I don't know if I messaged you back, so sorry if I didn't. It was about the serum. So V-Green, for those of you not in the know, V-Green are like a vegan alternative to snail mucin. You know, the slimy snail secretion that people love. This is like the vegan option. I hate the texture. I'm not a vegan myself, but I hate the texture of the snail slime. So I tried the V-Green one to give it a go. Oh, I just loved it. So hydrating, so lovely. I did actually try, I think I've got it here, it's up here somewhere, the serum, which I loved. It's so good. So I'm so glad you love it, Celia. And anybody that wants to try a snail adjacent but don't like the idea of the snails, the V-Green is natural and it comes from yam extract and it's really good. So I'm so glad you love it, Celia. And I'm all about options, so I'll be sharing some other options as well coming down the line. Nicole says hitting the 30,000 soon. I know, Nicole. I hoped that it's happened way quicker than I imagined. Like so quicker than I ever thought we'd achieve 30,000 subscribers. I hoped we'd just nip it in time for this live so I could do the giveaway live here, but I think it's kind of cheating to do a 30,000 giveaway when you're like 30 subscribers away from it. So I think kind of cheating. So I'll do that for tomorrow's video. But I blown away, speechless, just amazing. So if you haven't subscribed, you could be one of the 30 people we need to launch this giveaway, which you guys will love. So click the subscribe button if you haven't. Cara says hello. Andrea says hello. Victoria, hello, my love. Sending lots of love to LA. You said you're sending the warmth. Whilst I'm a little bit cold now, we've had a gorgeous day. Spring is definitely on the way here in the UK. The daffodils are out. It is like everything in the garden is just starting to look really like lovely, and so this is like my favourite time of the year. Ian says Facebook group, that's great. Thank you so much, Ian. And yeah, guys, get yourselves over there. I'm still working out if there's any specific content. I want to offer something different on the Facebook group that I offer here. Just, you know, mix it up a bit, keep it a little bit different. So if you've got any ideas for things that you want to change or, you know, that you want on there, like unique content, let me know and I'll happily incorporate it. Let's have a look. Celia says, do you need mods for Facebook? Yeah, Celia, a couple would. Tom's already kindly volunteered and I'm taking him up on the offer straight away. So for the Facebook group, it would be good if anyone did want to put their names forward. I'd happily just makes that a little bit easier to keep everything in check. So yeah, that would be great if anyone would just want to volunteer a couple, so the pressure's not all on Tom, as kind as he is, to help with that. Victoria says, I need an affordable matte looking sunscreen. Any recommendations? I would say it depends on your skin tone. If you are my skin tone or thereabouts, the Inculist sunscreen works stunning. It's beautiful, but it is tinted, and I don't think the tint would work for darker skin tones. So if you're my skin tone, that's perfectly matte and gorgeous. I love the Fluid by, oh, what's it called? My favourite one, and I can't remember the name of it. Badger, there you go. I love the Badger one. That's really mattifying, but again, I think we'll leave a white cast, so you've got to be careful. What I say, Victoria, leave me a comment below in the comment section what your skin tone is, and I will give you a matte sunscreen recommendation. Also, let me know if you want chemical or mineral. Leave me a comment below and I'll do it straight away. Patty, welcome, my love. Hope you're having an amazing day. Sending lots and lots of love. Victoria says, is it okay to use L-Ascorbic acid and a serum with peptides in the same routine? So yeah, do what you said, Victoria. For as long as you put something in between it, you are good to go. How it works is pure form vitamin C's have to be in a low pH for them to be effective. If they're in a high pH, they don't get absorbed into the skin. So that low pH will impact the peptides and will break down the amino acid chains, which means they're not going to work. So you have to put something in between it to bring up the pH of the skin. So either buffer it with something, one of your favourite serums, or you could just use a vitamin C derivative, which is what I tend to do, and then you don't have to worry about that because they're in higher pHs. Hillpree says, I burnt the crap out of myself with a dilapidatory cream. Any suggestions? Oh, I think we've all been there at one point. Oh, I'm just double checking we haven't frozen. If there was a glitch there, sorry, I think the internet kind of glitched. So Hilary says, burning oneself with a dilapidatory cream. I think we kind of, everyone's been there. Leave it on a bit too long, maybe use the wrong product, I get it. What I would say, honestly, Hilary, the best thing you can do, best thing you can do is to keep the area dry. So moisture can impact the heel, so just keep it dry. And I would use nothing on it, literally nothing. Some aloe vera can really help, that will calm and soothe, but I would put nothing on it, because I always think when we have like a chemical burn like that, the best way to deal with it is to kind of leave it alone and let the body heal. If we're putting things on top of it, you never know how it's going to interact. Aloe vera is natural and easy, so that's great. If it's really sore, a little bit of honey can help as well, because it's antiseptic and also it's calming and hydrating. Those would be my 2 recommendations, but I would keep everything else off it, otherwise you could risk interacting with it. DM13C said, you look amazing. Thank you. I actually went, thank you so much, my love. I actually went out for a walk today, which I know is small pleasures, but here in the UK, we've been restricted for so long, but now it's all coming, like things are getting back to normal little by little, which is great. I know that's not the case for everyone worldwide, so my heart goes out to you if that's not the case, but here in the UK, little by little. So we went for a walk, which was really nice. I put my sunscreen on. I actually thought it was so warm, like today, like the sun was shining, I was like, got to get my sunscreen on, so I slapped on the old Factor 50 and out I went. And I just think having that little bit of sun lifts the mood, lifts everything, gets a glow, like all about it. So thank you so much. I'm so happy after yesterday's vid. Thank you so much. I'm so happy you've got the notification time. Gifting myself a Nintendo Switch and it arrived today. Amazing. I love it. Do you know what? I have never been a game enthusiast. So I know loads of people like their computer games, like their PlayStations and all that. That's never been something I've ever gotten into. Except for a friend of mine has like a vintage, like old game set that got for like the nostalgia of what they were liking. I didn't have the nostalgia because I've never done it before, but now I've got a little bit hooked. It's actually quite good to play. So whilst I don't think I'll ever be a hardcore gamer, I think I've kind of, that and jigsaws, I've really got into because, you know, there's not a lot we can do in the house. So it's nice to have these options. So yeah, I did a Nintendo Switch. I know my brother is addicted to his, so I hope you have many a happy playtime with him, my love. Ryu says hi. Hello, my love. Thank you so much for joining. I want to add 3 ordinary products to my routine: niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, and retinol. Can you tell me what the correct routine would be? Yeah, if those are the 3 that you want to go for, I would pretty much put it in that order, to be honest. You've answered your own question. I put the niacinamide first, then your hyaluronic acid, then the retinol. You can mix them in any order, really. I think the retinol should always be last, and that's best. And then put a moisturiser on top. Cleanse, then put those 3 in and moisturise, and your skin will be really, really good if you want that hydration. Always patch test with the niacinamide, because some people can be a little bit sensitive to that niacinamide from the ordinary. So just patch test it behind the ear like a day before to make sure you don't get any sensitivity, and your skin will love it. Elysium says, hello, how's your skincare line going? It is wonderful. In fact, yesterday's video was kind of doing the launch of sharing some products, and so definitely check that out for all that behind the scenes. I actually spoke today to the factory that are producing it and said, when things are safe, when everything settles down and opens up again, is it okay to come in and do like a filming of the manufacturing, like a behind the scenes kind of thing? And they said yes, we'd love you to do that. So I'll be doing like a behind the scenes, this is how it happens kind of video in the coming months. So if that's something you guys are interested in, I'll definitely film that, so thank you. Now, before I have a sip of my tea, because I'll lose my voice otherwise, if you haven't already, if you could smash that like button, I would love you all forever. Straight after this video, you'll be redirected when the stream ends at 7:15 UK time. When the stream ends, you'll be directed to today's video, which is a short burst of everything we need to know about the new launches from Purito. New sunscreens coming to replace the ones that, let's be honest, had a bit of a scandal-filled past, but they've reformulated, and I can't wait to share it all with you because there's some interesting stuff. Let's just put it that way. William, hello from Florida, my love. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, Tom says, what are you playing on your Nintendo Switch? I would love to know that, because you know what? I might treat myself. You never know. I might treat myself just a little something extra to do inside the house. Anna says, hello. Is it official now? Ordinary got owned by Estee Lauder. It is. So a lot of people reached out. Obviously, I did a video on it. To share my thoughts and feelings on it, because a lot of people were asking. I think there's 2 I tell people don't worry about the price going up and the quality going down. That isn't going to happen in the short term. We can call that out as and when it happens, if it does. It might never. So we need to really be mindful of that. I think that the issue is a lot of people do come down to the animal testing. You know, whilst Deciem will not be testing any of their products on animals, they will be contributing profits to Estée Lauder that do. And I think that's really where it all comes down to. I know quite a lot of people saying no because they are anti-animal testing and don't want to give any money to brands which do support animal testing. Estée Lauder in this case, which I totally understand. Some people were saying actually this in a way is a good thing because it's Estée Lauder acknowledging that cruelty, by saying to the Deciem you can keep your cruelty-free status, that people want that. And I do agree. I think there's been a huge shift recently in knowing that consumers care a lot more than they used to about animal testing, about environmental concerns, about excessive packaging and all of that. And I actually, you know, for me, I think that's a really, you know, I think that's a really good thing that Deciem could hopefully shift some of the Estée Lauder thinking on that. That's maybe a positive take. So I'd love to, you know, share your thoughts and feelings and check that video out if you haven't. Tomorrow's video is all about the dupes. So for those of you that don't want to shop with Deciem, and I do these dupe videos not because I want to shade the company that I'm doing the dupes of. It's not to say they're rubbish, you definitely need these products. It's about choice. I did the same with Paula's Choice. If you find Paula's Choice a little bit pricey, these are the dupes, and it's kind of offering that alternative. So hopefully you guys will tune in. Even if you're sticking with Deciem, tune in, because you never know, there might be some new brands. There are explored as part of that you guys might love. CD Reed said, I use the Interlea Q10 Toner. Yes. Yeah. Oh, Celia, this product does not get enough love. It's a bit up there in the price point. I think that's maybe why more people don't try it. But Interlea, gorgeous brand, cruelty-free, sustainable. Love everything about them. Their Q10 toner is so good. If you want an antioxidant and a toner in one, that's the go-to. And no, you don't need to use another antioxidant, Celia. I mean, you can absolutely use, I always say, you know, as many as you want to use, you can use, but you don't need to use one with that. I love that Q10 toner. It's so good. I definitely recommend people check it out. If you're wanting a really luxurious feeling toner that hydrates and has an antioxidant in, that's a really good one. And Q10 is my favourite antioxidant. Joint favourite antioxidant. So, no, Celia, you are good to go on the antioxidant front. Jill, welcome, my love. Says, hello from Bristol. So excited for your new to skincare. Thank you so much, Jill. And do you know, I didn't know you were in Bristol. So sending lots of love to everyone in Bristol and in the UK. Caroline says, hello, my love. William says, Drugstore antioxidant toner, mature skin. That's a really good question. I don't feel there's any super affordable drugstore toners which have antioxidants in that come to mind. That Interlea one that we mentioned before is really good, but I don't think it's drugstore price. It's drugstore plus. It's not super expensive, but it is a little bit more than drugstore. But that's a really good option, the Interlea Q10 toner. If you want really affordable, I think actually getting a serum is probably a really good option. So the Q10 serum by the Inculist is so drugstore, so affordable, and you can almost use it as a toner because it has, whilst it's a gel-like consistency, so it's not a true like liquid toner, it'll add hydration, balances out, calms and soothes, and has antioxidants in. So I kind of say, whilst it's not a strict toner, that's the one that I definitely go for. Hira says, hi Rob, Facebook group sounds great. Can you suggest a routine for dry to combo skin? I can. Message me on Facebook, join the group, message me, and I'll share it. I'll share a routine on there, because what I want a really great thing when you've got all the comments and stuff saved on that Facebook group is there's probably a load of people out there saying actually a routine for dry and combo skin. That's probably covers a lot of people. So send me a message on there and I'll get back to you with my thoughts and feelings on pulling that together and some product suggestions. Shelley says, hey, just made it. Shelley, welcome, my love. Thank you so much for joining. Lovely to see you. I have done what I always do on these chats. Anyone that's ever seen these chats before knows I am rubbish. And I always end up going right to the end of the end of the comments. I've missed those. Right, I'm back. Diana, welcome, my love. Thank you so much for joining. Let's have a look. DM13 says another side job for Tom, who's very kindly offered to moderate, support me moderating the Facebook group as well. The channel wouldn't be the same without Tom. I totally agree. I reached 30,000 subscribers, and there are people on this channel that I love. Anyone that subscribed, whether you subscribed 2 days ago and you're new, you are just as welcome as those that have been with me for the full year. But there are some names that I can honestly say have been there pretty much from the first month that I set up. I'd love to do a full shout out to everyone, but I would be terrified of missing someone out. I would hate to offend anyone by missing them out, which is why I haven't done it. But Tom has been there from the start, so yeah, wonderful, absolutely wonderful. And to offer to moderate, which I do know it takes up a chunk of time, but just is so great at keeping everything flowing. So big shout out and thank you. Ranouk, welcome. Ronnie, welcome, my love. Catalina says, have you tried anything from 2N Design Korean brand? I have never even heard of them, but this is great. I love your recommendations. You say it's amazing, but you didn't see anyone talking about this. I kind of love trying out those brands that no one else is talking about. There's two reasons for this. It works really well for the channel because if nobody else has done a video on it, then anytime someone searches it, they automatically choose my video. So just as like a YouTube tip, anyone starting out on YouTube, find a brand that no one else reviews, which is kind of how Face Theory, I mean, my video on Face Theory, there was no one really reviewing Face Theory. So I thought, well, okay, you guys have asked for it, no one else has reviewed it, let's do it. Let's buy some products, let's review it. That video's got like 48,000 views and has got so many subscribers from that video. So it's like, I like to find those smaller brands that are cruelty-free, independent, small scale, that I can bring a bit of awareness to and hopefully love their products. So any recommendations for the smaller brands, shout them out and I'd love to share them. So I'll have a look at 2N Design and they sound great. Kara says, how about the Vichy Lift Active Peptide C ampules? So, I have never tried a single product from Vichy. The reason I didn't is, here in the UK, they're a bit up there in price. They're super affordable on the continent. So if you're in Europe, they're really affordable and could be a really great option. The Peptide C ampule, I looked at the ingredients for someone a few months ago and it was really nicely formulated and it had a range of peptides in which I look for because I don't want them all to be just one peptide. You know, we want a buffet, which that's got. Ampule is just a bit of marketing. They put that in there because it sounds posher, but it's actually a really good product. So whilst I've not tried it, I can't tell you about the consistency and how it works because I haven't actually tried it. It is a really well formulated product. So if anyone's got any comments on the Vichy Lift Active Peptide, share them in the comments if you've tried it yourself. So yeah, Tom raises a good point. Yeah, for anyone new, it's just a reminder to only ask your question once. We'll get to you. Yeah, this is it. I love it that you guys talk amongst yourself in the chat. You know, you can listen to me, it's all good, but actually talking amongst yourself and sharing, you know, all that's good in skincare, I love. And sometimes people ask the same question. They're really keen. We love it. We love a keen subscriber. Ask the same question time and time again, which kind of clogs up the chat. So I always say to people, I will get round to your questions, and if I don't, drop them in the comments below and you'll get an answer, I promise. Elaine says, started using the BHA Paula's Choice last week and I'm breaking out my chin. It feels dry even though I'm using sunscreen and moisturiser. Persevere or stop. You will get a small purge with that, which is what this sounds like. So I would keep going. After 2 weeks, if you're still seeing this, then it might be that the product's just not right for you. But I would keep going because it sounds more like a purge than anything. I would definitely recommend that. William says, Rob, Hiram mentioned you in his live yesterday and said he enjoys your video. Yeah, do you know what? I thank you, William, for calling this out. And thanks to you guys for calling out. Hiram is so kind. He shouted out my Face Theory video. I watched it when you guys, I always watch his lives, but I usually watch them a couple of days later when I get round to it, and I like watch it listen to it in the background when I'm editing and stuff because I find his voice really calming and soothing. And yeah, he's so kindly, he shouted out my video on Face Theory and how he likes the channel. I think that's wonderful, and I do really appreciate the support, and anything that helps this channel reach a wider audience honestly is amazing. And yeah, thank you so much to Hiram for doing that. Such a kind soul. So no, and I love his channel back, so we're all good. We're all good. And Chris says, hello everyone, happy Saturday. Chris, welcome, my love. Thank you so much for joining. Oh, Patty says, I just watched a video by Lisa Eldridge and she used the Typology foundation. Now, Typology is down there in a box, which, and again, will be the giveaway that we announce if we're lucky to hit 30,000 subscribers, there'll be a giveaway that's Typology related. In terms of the foundation, I haven't actually tried it, but Typology, I've been loving their products. Now, some people do call out some of their products do have essential oils in. I actually don't have an issue with that. I don't have an issue with fragrance. I don't have an issue with essential oils. If you don't have sensitivity to these things, you don't need to worry about it. If you do, then obviously, you know, these products won't be for you. So I will be calling them out in my video typology, but I wish they'd get so much more love than they do. I tried a lip balm from them, which is so well formulated, but a lot of people call it out as being bad because it has lemon oil in. Now, the ingredients in there are so good, so nourishing and hydrating, and it has a vague lemony essence to it, which I really like. If you're obviously sensitive to that, don't go anywhere near it. But for everyone else, it kind of works fine, and I really like it. So I think when I do the review of it, I'm going to have to caveat it heavily with the whole, essential oils, because some of the products do contain them, and I'll call that out for you guys. But I think, so far I'm loving the brand. EC says, nice to see you live. Thoughts on the say SPF moisturizer or any SPF moisturizer. So this is a bit of a, let's get into this. Let's talk SPF moisturizers. Before you do, I'm gonna have a quick sip of my tea. If you haven't already, if you could smash that like button. We're almost at 100 likes. Last week's I think got to 200, which is mind blowing. So thank you so much, everybody. If you haven't already, smash that like. Have a cup of tea, and we'll get on to that question. Now, so SPF moisturizers, people have a little bit of an issue with. Some countries, such as Australia, don't allow you to classify an SPF moisturizer above an SPF of 15. Even say it's SPF 50, 60, 90, it doesn't matter. You can't call it more than SPF 15 because it's seen as a cosmetic product, not as a medical product, which SPF is. I kind of agree with that, and I don't think it's a bad stance. The problem with SPF moisturizers is we never put them everywhere, and we're less mindful when we're using them. We maybe don't use enough, and sometimes in the past they've not been as well formulated as they should have been. That's not the case now. There's some great ones. I would always say to someone, if you want to use an SPF moisturizer, use one. I would rather someone use an SPF than not use an SPF. So if your preference is for in a moisturizer, go for it. Paula's Choice ones, actually, whilst I think they're expensive, are really well formulated. Also, don't just, what I'd say is look at it the other way. Look and find an SPF which is also a moisturizer. So if you find your skin is super dry, find an SPF with a base which is going to be hydrating. So I've talked about some of my absolute favorites on here, but one of the ones that I call out is Cooler. So Cooler do a cream SPF which is so hydrating. I don't need to use a moisturizer with it. So I see it, instead of thinking of SPF moisturizers, think of SPFs which happen to be moisturizers, and that way you're getting the protection and the moisturization at the same time. Viola says, what do you recommend for PIE, post-inflammatory erythema, not post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation? I think it's very difficult to treat, and it can be super difficult to see results. I would definitely recommend an azelaic acid, because that's one of the few things that's going to take down the redness that's in that. I also recommend some treatments at a dermatologist's office if it's accessible to you. I know a lot of people can't get to a dermatologist at this, in this environment. I know a lot of people can't afford it, so I will caveat that, but I do think it's something best seen by a dermatologist, because some of the best treatments for it are laser therapy, light stimulative therapy. Those are really going to see the benefits if it's within your price range, so I will just call that one out. Jennifer says, I'm getting red dry patches on my forehead after I wash my face, but it goes away after a while. What could it be? I use the CeraVe Hydration Cleanser. So it could be the cleanser. Could be that the cleanser isn't working for you. It could be that you're finding it a little bit irritating, and different patches of our skin react differently to products. So you might be fine on your cheeks and sensitive on your forehead, for example. So I would personally just switch up your cleanser and see if that does the trick. So once you've finished with the CeraVe Hydration Cleanser, switch it up to something different. Try a different brand, try a different formulation, and see if that works. If it does, that's your answer. If it doesn't, then I would look into it in a bit more detail. But I'd say if it's not causing you any ear issues and it goes away after a while, then I would do a quick switch of your moisturizer and see if that helps. Now, Chris says, hello, Tom. Yeah, keep chatting away, people. Keep chatting away. I love to see all your conversations in the comments below and sharing all the love of, skincare. So keep chatting away. Ronnie says, we are a family. We've got my sister and brothers with me a lot. Ronnie, well, you are welcome. You are all watching, and I'm sending lots of love to all of you. Colin says, what do you think when you say, that's what I think when you say the skincare family. Yeah, so if you ever hear me saying we, or here at Mad About Skin, we like to, and all of this, it's all about you guys. I just think it is like a little skincare community where we all get together, we talk skincare, we talk products, brands, we disagree a lot, like a typical family. We fight about our disagreements, but we kind of respect it and come to a compromise. That's how I like to see it. Mariam says, retinol or BHA is better for texture and dark spots? Both. I would recommend both. One in the morning, one in the evening. And then kind of you get the best of both worlds. If I had to choose between the two, I would go for retinol, which in the long term is going to give better smoothness to the skin and help with dark spots. But I really think both will be the best combination for you. PJPSL says, hey Rob, super excited for reaching a milestone. You deserve it. Thank you so much, my love. And thank you all for your love and support, because 30,000 subscribers is mind-blowing. That I thought, I expected after the first year my aim was to hit 1,000 subscribers, and we're like a year and 2 months in and we're at 30,000. Like, mind blown. Mind totally blown. Ronnie says, I suffer from rosacea. What products can I use to reduce the redness? Thank you, Rob. It's a pleasure, my love. A couple of things I would definitely include. Aloe vera, super calming, super soothing and natural, won't interact with anything, and is a really great way of upping the hydration, particularly if your rosacea is also associated with dryness. If your rosacea has whiteheads, because a lot of people do get breakout rosacea, which is like when you get it almost looks like acne, but it is rosacea, then azelaic acid is going to be your friend. However, I would say with azelaic acid, start low and work up. So start with a 5% or even a derivative, like the Geek and Gorgeous azelaic derivative is a great option. Start low and work your way up, because what you don't want to do is start at like a 20% and that'll just blow your skin sensitivity through the roof. Start low and work your way up. Azelaic acid will be your best friend, I promise you. Rui says, I want to add... we've covered that one. Chris says, I'm really excited for your skincare. Thank you so much. I already know I'll be buying it. Thank you. And thank you to everybody that's shown the support. In the back of your mind, when you create these things, there is always that worry of, will it actually be a success? And will anyone actually buy it? Or will I be left with a load of product that I love, but nobody that wants to buy it? So having that confidence boost from yesterday's video meant so much to me. So thank you so much, guys. Kayla says, I love watching your videos every day. Thank you so much, my love. They always bring a smile to my face. Is different effective if you only use it every other day? Yes, absolutely. In fact, some people only use it once a week. I honestly use it once a week, build up from there, and it is super effective. I use it every day, but then when I feel my skin getting a bit sensitive, which sometimes it does, I take a break from it for a couple of days and then reintroduce it. It's one of those products. What I would say is, on the days that you're not using it, get an over-the-counter retinol, something like the Inculus retinol, something cheap and affordable that you can kind of use, so you're getting a little vitamin A hit, but nothing too strong like different. But yeah, every other day is perfect. Now I'm going to have a quick sip of my tea. We are so close to 100 likes. If you haven't smashed the like button, hit that now. Thank you so much, guys. Melinthia says, hi, you missed my comment earlier. I'm sorry, my love. I want to say, I saw my husband of 10 years after 1 month due to work. He thought I was wearing makeup. Amazing. That, yes. I love to hear your skincare stories, because sometimes it's so difficult. We get really harsh on our skin because we look at it and we think, oh, has it really improved? Been using all these products, has it really changed? And that's because we see ourselves multiple times a day. We're always looking in the mirror, we're always judging our skin, and we're all our own worst critics when it comes to our skin. So actually, like you say, if your husband sees you after a month and goes, wow, your makeup looks flawless, and not wearing anything, so thanks. I think that's like the ultimate, compliment, and just shows the power of skincare. I've never been anti people. People always say, do you think makeup's like hiding yourself? No, you do. I am all for, don't get me wrong, if I get the world's biggest zit on my forehead, that concealer comes straight out and I'm slathering it on. But I think the basis is makeup only applies as well as the skin that's underneath it. So if you get your skincare right, there are days where you might not need makeup, and the days that you do, your makeup will apply so much better. So I just don't think, when people spend a fortune on makeup but don't on the skincare, I'm like, you're never going to get the benefit. So I am so glad. Tell your husband he did exactly right. He's won like gold stars all around from sure. Reese, we've done that one. Let's have a look. Miriam says, oh no, we've covered that one. Anisha says, you're doing so well. Thank you so much, my love. Maria says, can't wait to try the products. Thank you all, and thank you so much. For those of you that might have just joined the chat, do not worry if you've missed any of it. It's all recorded and played back straight afterwards, so you can jump straight on and check it out. So many of you, and I again, I cannot believe we're like 150 viewers all at once. So I know people dip in and out because they've got commitments and everything, so you can watch it all back after. We have a Facebook group now, so if you haven't already, get yourself over. I know Tom's left links to it in the description, so in the side chat bar, so join us over on Facebook where we're going to be doing some exclusive content, so that'll be really great, and it's hopefully we can grow a really nice community there. In terms of after this video, we're going to keep going till 7:15 UK time, so another half an hour to get all your questions answered. But afterwards, you're going to be directed straight away, if you want, to a video where we're going to look at the new launched sunscreens by Purito. So we've had a lot of gossip, a lot of things, and it's now culminated in a statement by Purito, where they're going to be saying what's coming in terms of their sunscreen. I thought we'd have to wait a year for a Purito replacement sunscreen. We don't. It is on its way, and so hopefully you guys will stick around, you know, to watch that video and see a little bit more about the Purito sunscreens that are coming down the line. Trust me, if you like the Purito sunscreens before, you'll love this. Let's have a look. Nafisa, welcome, my love. Thank you so much. Shelley says, I'm so excited for the launch of your skincare. Excited to see it grow too. Thank you. Live streams, and I want it to be... I just want it to fulfill a dream, and you guys have made it possible, so I'm so grateful. How long should it take for me to fade my hyperpigmentation when using tretinoin, vitamin C and licorice root? If you've got everything going in your skincare routine, which it sounds like you have, I would say it'd probably take about 6 months. Now, I know a lot of people say, oh, that's so long, and it is, and it's so frustrating, but you know what? I think it's worth like spending that little bit of extra time to see it fade gradually, and you'll see those results every single day. So trust me, mine took probably about 6 months. I think that's a general rule. It's one of the hardest things to treat, but oh, it's so good when it does. Chris says, how are the pets doing? I'm fine. I've left the door open in case any cats want to visit. You know, we haven't seen the cats actually for a while, like on a live stream, but they will join. Do not panic. They will join. They are doing well. We had an incident. These are new glasses because the last lot were chewed by pets, which we've only just forgiven. We've got the cats are doing well. The dogs are doing fabulous. The chickens have started laying again. So this, I'm super excited. I'm totally off skincare for 1 minute. Talk about my chickens. So they go off laying in the winter. So some chickens, like hybrid chickens, lay all year round. Pure breed chickens tend to stop over winter when it gets cold and dark, and they've all just started laying again. So I have to eat basically 6 eggs a day just to keep on top of everything. So it's going to be a very egg filled. There's going to be a lot of baking. There's going to be a lot of eggs, giving away eggs and everything. So they are doing really well, and they're so cute. Their new favourite thing in the world is purple sprouting broccoli. So I've got bougie hens. They don't like any old broccoli. They like the purple sprouting ones. So I treat them with that. Runak says, hi Rob, what do you recommend for hyperpigmentation and redness? I have sensitive skin and you can't get rid of using niacinamide. So I would start with a low strength retinol, and I definitely would recommend an azelaic acid again at a low strength. So something like the Inculis retinol is gran active, great for sensitive skin. Use it 3 times a week, don't push it, you'll get great results. And azelaic acid at 5% concentration will be your friend. Again, don't push it, go too high because you don't want that sensitivity. The great thing about sensitive skin is just accept that it's not going to happen quickly. These things are going to take time. Once you accept that, I think everyone has a better experience with their skincare, because there's nothing worse than pushing it when you've got sensitive skin, going for maximum strength, and then you have a horrible result because you get up their sensitivity like into the stratosphere. So go gentle, go for lower percentages, but that retinol and azelaic acid are the 2 best things. You could reach for, if you're feeling very luxurious, you could reach for the Neod Repigment, which is suitable for sensitive skin and will tackle it super quick. But again, it's a little bit up there in price and it's not suitable for everyone's sensitive skin, so you would have to patch test. But that would be my recommendation. If you don't mind, splurging on a little bit of a, higher end product, you'll get some great results with that. Amy, hello, my love. Andrea, hello. Nicole says, do you know the Revectin Clean Lotus Water Cream? As an oily person, I love it. So I've not actually tried it, but I've heard some great things. Revectin actually just launched here in the UK about 2 months ago. So it will be a brand I'm going to do a bit of exploring on. Oily people, I love your recommendations. I am a grease slick from start to finish. Like anyone says, oh, you're glowing in these. This isn't glow. This is just grease. But actually, after I finish these, I get in the bath, do my full evening skincare routine. So I am grease to the hilt. So if anyone's got some great recommendations for oily skin, leave them. I always love to hear them. Jessica says, my skin can't handle any retinol. Is the Bakuchiol from Medik8 a good alternative? Jessica, what I would say to you is yes. First of all, Bakuchiol, great alternative to retinol if you can't handle retinol. I think that's a great option. I wouldn't reach for Medik8. I love Medik8, one of my favourite brands in the world. I think they're fantastic. But Bakuchiol is kind of Bakuchiol. So I'd go for a cheaper brand, so you can try it and explore it and see if you like the results. Off the top of my head, you've got the Inculus do one. I know that Revolution Skincare do one. What other ones? I'll leave a links to some Bakuchiols below. The Medik8 one, gorgeous. Tried it, loved it. But it is up there in price. And I actually would start with a really cheap, affordable one so you can see if you get the results and if you like it. What to do 29 says, have you or will you try the Inculist hair care? I have it. I have it here. I did a video on it ages ago. It's one of my first videos, so don't read it to filth if you do watch it. I tried all their hair care products. This is their latest one. This is the Pca Bond Repair. I've sent one. They sent me 3 really kindly. I sent one to my mum, who was endlessly moaning on about her dry ends. So I thought, right, okay, she can try it for me. And I've been trying one myself. I don't have like bad hair. I don't colour my hair. I don't use hot styling on it. So I didn't really need it. But I have noticed, and check back in my videos and be honest, have you noticed a difference or not? I kind of feel like my hair feels a little bit softer. It feels a bit like bouncier and a bit, I don't know, I feel like I have a good hair day with this. Do I think I'm getting the best results? No, because I don't have heat treated or damaged or bleached hair. But it's actually quite nice. And it comes in, this is a spare one I've got. It comes in a lovely, nice little applicator. It's not too expensive. So I'd say if you have dry, damaged hair, this is a really good option. I've been loving it so far. But I can, yeah, I'll do a full review of it. Legal Eagle, welcome, my love. Rebecca Pinto, hello, my love. It's from London, on the sofa, feeling poorly. Oh, my love, I hope, Rebecca, I hope you're feeling so much better soon. And I'm sending you lots and lots of sympathy and love. Legal Eagle says, hey, Rob, so excited for your brand. Thank you so much, my love. I've decided not to buy any new cleansers or any serums for the time being, so I can use the products ready to have yours. Thank you so much. I do think, do you know what? I don't think everyone should stop buying products so they can wait for mine, though I'd love you all if you did. But I think sometimes having a pause on purchasing, never a bad thing. Use up the thing. I've got a mammoth empties video coming for March because I'm determined to get to the bottom of a lot of my products. I get sent so many products, which I know I'm so blessed to be sent stuff, which is great. But I never get to the bottom of half of them. I'm like, no, come on, let's use these up so we can do a proper empties video and I can clear the shelf. I've donated a couple of the products and stuff, which is great, but I'm going to do more empties and get to the bottom of them. Teresa, hello, new subscriber from USA, Seattle. Hello, Teresa. Sending you lots and lots of love to Washington. Thank you so much for joining. We do this for those of you, anyone that's new, first time on this live, thank you so much for joining. We do this every Saturday, 6 p.m. UK time, which I should already know the times in other time zones. I don't. You can read me to filth for that. Underprepared, as always. But 6 p.m. UK time on a Saturday, we talk all things skincare, from products, questions, everything. So yeah, join us every single week. Now, I'm going to have a quick sip of my tea. If you guys haven't already, we smashed through 100 likes already, so thank you so much. If you haven't already, if you could smash that like button, I would love you all forever. Now, let's have a look at next questions. This tea, by the way, I think I'm going to give a shout out to Celia for the recommendation, but I might be wrong. I think it was Celia that said, I always complain my tea was cold. And so I think it was Celia that said, get like a heated tray. You can get them on Amazon. Like get a heated like mouse mat style thing that you can keep your tea warm on. So I bought one. So now I've got the opposite problem. My tea is always scorching hot and now I'm burning my mouth, which I think I prefer. I think I prefer it warm. So it's working really well. It was a good purchase, but now I keep burning myself every time I take a sip. N. Williams says, I have sebaceous filaments on my nose and chin. Should I start using a chemical exfoliant or retinol first? I certainly wouldn't start both at the same time. I'd start one and then the other. I would use both, but like leave a month between starting one and the other. Go for the exfoliant first. To be honest, normally most people say retinol. I'd go for the exfoliant first and then work in the retinol after like a month. That's because I think you'll see the quickest results with the exfoliant, and we all love a quick result. So start with the exfoliant and then work in the retinol as well. International Language of Dance says, good evening all, lovely to catch the live. Thank you so much for joining, my love. I think I am chronically behind with with the comments, so I am really sorry. I say this every week. I'm clearly not sorry enough to do anything about it, so I do apologise. Let's have a look. Andrea says, hi Rob, I've used a different gel for a few months and I love it, but unfortunately it is now prescription where I live. Do you know any other over-the-counter products that are comparable? I don't. There isn't. I'll be totally honest with you. Look, Adapalene is totally unique. It is a great retinol and I would fully recommend it. I don't know where you live. What I would recommend is you can sometimes do an online consultation for it. So I get mine through an online dermatologist. It costs me, obviously I don't know what the cost is where you are, but it costs me like £30 for the consultation and they give me 3 months supply. So I think we're buffering. I am just going to double check. Sorry, the internet. I do apologise. I don't know what. Maybe I need to plug in the internet a bit better. But I will have a look and see if we can get this working. Let's see. I think it's buffering still. Oh, let me open the door. That might help. I think that's better. I think we... Oh, wait. I'm going to open the door. See if we get better internet. That might actually work. So I do apologise if the connection's not been like amazing. So sorry about that. But it should stop. I've sorted it out, so it should stop now. I'll just see if I can increase the stream health. 1 second. That should make things better. So I apologise if anyone's get any buffering during this. This should make it a little bit better. So let's carry on with the question. So differing, yeah, I would recommend, Andrea, that you see if you can do an online consultation for it. It's an affordable option for some people. I know it's not for everyone. It depends on where you live. Victoria says, thank you. My skin tone is light like yours and I have normal skin. I think if you go for a mineral, try the Inculist. So affordable, so great, and it is really, really good at keeping you matte all day long. I love it. And if your skin tone is similar to mine, you'll really like the tint as well. International Language Dan says, your skin is glowing today, Rob. I think it might be a mixture of oil and glow. But you know what? On camera, if it comes across as glow, I'll take that. MY says, hi, can I ask you a question? I have a super sensitive skin, so my dermatologist said don't use sunscreen every single day. I find that odd. I thought like all dermatologists were like, you must use sunscreen every single day, and actually sun can increase sun sensitivity, so I would personally get a second opinion on that. I'm not a dermatologist, so I don't want to counteract what they've said, but I get a second opinion because I normally find people with sensitive skin opt for like find the right one, go for a mineral sunscreen, but I think using it every day is really important, so I personally would get a second opinion on that one, my love. The stream is back up and running apparently, so we're all good. Opening the door is all it took. Natalie says, did you see Hiram's live stream yesterday? I did. He gave me a shout out and it's so kind. I love the boy bits. Thank you. So boy, it sounds not offensive, man, you know what I mean. He's so just like amazing, and it's so kind. Sarah says, I've just ordered some Neocervial Zero. Can you use it after Hylamide Sub-Q? Yes, load it on. Your skin will love it. Sounds amazing, and definitely you can use them together. Tom nominates Celia as a moderator, and Celia accepts. So we are good to go. We've got some moderators for the Facebook group. I thought it'd be a really slow start. I thought people would a few people would find it. Now we're like, I think 100, and when I accept all these members, we're like 150 members in one day. Mind blown. Mavlera says, hi Rob, I love your videos. Victoria from the Philippines, sending lots of love to the Philippines. Can my 14-year-old daughter use The Ordinary? She has breakouts every now and then. Yes, I think 14 is a really good age to start skincare routine, tackle some of those pimples and breakouts which start to form around there. I just say make sure you patch test everything, whatever brand you use, and go gentle. Don't go for the highest strength, like mix it in a little bit. Michelle says, hello Robert. She's sending lots of love. I'll keep the door up because that's clearly working with the streaming. So Amy says, I have a question, please. When you apply acids in your skin, it's important to use an acidic toner after cleansing your face, or can I use a regular toner? I personally would use a regular toner afterwards because it balances the skin. It makes all your other products apply better. It balances the skin. So good. How do you feel about the La Roche-Posay B5 Bomb in 2021? West, great question. I love that balm. I've always loved that balm. It's done so much for my skin. But La Roche-Posay, as of filming this video, are not cruelty free. They sell into mainland China. They have issued a statement which they say they're looking to explore the options which China are going to give this year to allow brands to become cruelty free. So they don't need to test on animals to access China, and they're going to explore that. As soon as they can confirm they do not use any animal testing to access China, I will be straight back on the brand and that B5 Bomb. I love the Cicaplast so much. If animal testing isn't a priority for you, and it's not for everyone, and I never judge people for whether they do or don't prioritize it, it's personal choice, then it is a great barrier repair balm, super affordable and a really great product. The reason I feel different to it now than I did a year ago is because I explored it a bit more, and it links to the brand, not the product. The product, flawless. The brand, I just wish to drop the animal testing. William says, do you do video skincare consults? This is a really good question. I get asked this all the time, so thanks for bringing this up, William. So I'm always happy to help people with their skin care routines. I'm always happy to recommend products and share my thoughts and feelings. However, I'm not a dermatologist. I don't claim to be a dermatologist, and the reason I don't do video skincare consultations is because to do that, I think, is then stepping the line between me giving advice on products and what works well for me and what I think could work well for you, to kind of giving my individual opinion on that, which I don't think, I'm not a dermatologist, I don't think I should be doing, I won't feel comfortable doing. So I don't. However, on the Facebook group and on Instagram, you can contact me and I'll happily give you my thoughts and opinions on products and what might work well for your skin. I just think, when people want a video consult, I think that's when it kind of changes the line between that and thing. That's just my personal take. I do not read anybody that isn't a dermatologist for doing them. It's just that would be my personal take on it. So no, but I'm happy to answer any of your questions and share my thoughts and feelings. So just message me on the Facebook group or over on Instagram. Suzanne, welcome, my love. I'm so glad you could join. I have, I've gone right to the bottom. Oh, I can't find where I was in all these comments. I do this every week, multiple times a week. Where was I? Oh, here we are. So Suzanne says, I almost finished the ordinary 2% retinol. Is the increased retinol roughly the same strength as the 0.5? It is. It's roughly. You'll get a very similar outcome to it, is how I'll put it, Suzanne. They are different. They're different forms, they're different strengths, but I'd say you get a very similar outcome. Patty says 29,900. I know. Do you know what's frustrating, Patty? I can see you guys get they round it up. I actually can see the exact subscriber number, and I know we are 11 subscribers away from 30,000. So if you haven't subscribed, people, you could be that 11. So click that subscribe button. Now I'm gonna have a quick sip of my tea. So if you haven't already, if you could smash that like button, and we've got 15 more minutes of questions, so keep them coming in, and I'll get onto them straight away. Let's have a Michelle says, do you think... Oh, no, sorry, I've skipped Nala's question. Does sunscreen antioxidants protect against blue light? Some do. All sunscreens will provide some protection. Blue light, some antioxidants do. You'd have to look. I know that the Neod Survival, for example, definitely does. I know that Q10 offers some protection, though not full protection. So you'd have to read. I'm happy to do a video on blue light and antioxidants if you want me to. I think it's very much dependent on the individual antioxidant. Q10, great option if you want partial protection. The Neod Survival is a must if you want full-on, locked-in protection. Thank you for your videos every day. It's a pleasure, my love. I always get so excited every content you make. Thank you. Looking forward to trying your products. I'm already a fan. Love. I'm sending you lots and lots of love. Thank you so much. Lou says, hi, I used the ordinary peeling solution a couple of times. First time it was fine, left it on for 5 minutes. I didn't have any bad reactions, but I left it on for 10 minutes yesterday. That's fine. So you can use it up to 10 minutes. I would say no more than once a week is maximum. I use it 10 minutes once a week, and that works perfectly for me. Any more than that, you risk sensitivity. I would say 10 minutes is the maximum, once a week is the maximum. If you want to do it once a fortnight, or you want to do 5 minutes once a week, your choice. I would just always say to people, it's a beautiful product, so good, but we always use too much of it. We use it too often, and we leave it on for too long, would be my recommendation. Just don't do that. Protect your skin. Philippa says, hi, Rob. I love to see Hiram mention you. I know, little sweetheart. He's live yesterday. Really great to see you getting some of the recognition. Thank you so much. And yeah, do you know, he was so kind to call me out, and I'd be forever grateful for, the support that he gives the channel, which is absolutely amazing. I'm looking at the moment. I'm exploring the possibility. Obviously, we're still restricted here in the UK, which makes it difficult, but looking at doing some collaborations. Now, obviously, Hiram too big to want to bother with me, and that's not a shade. Like, I appreciate how these things work, so I'm looking at exploring options to do it with similar sized YouTubers that I know you guys really enjoy the content of. So if you've got any recommendations for similar size, because you know what, whilst I would jump, you know, if Hiram says come and do a collab with me, I would be on that plane to Hawaii as soon as I could get a ticket. But you know, realistically, you tend to pitch at the same sort of size as you. So any subscribers in like the 20 to 50,000 subscriber mark, any YouTubers that you would like a subscription, a collaboration with, let me know, because I'll reach out to them and I'd love to do it, because I love, you know, I know there's a lot of cross watching. I know a lot of you guys watch the likes of Kelly. You love some of the content that comes from Sarah over at No BS Beauty. So I would love to, yeah, I'd love to do some collaborations this year. Let's have a look. William says, do you have Walmart in the UK? We don't, but we have Asda, which is owned by Walmart, so we can get some of the Walmart products. So an Equate brand video, I've never heard of them. I'll make a note. I always watch these videos back afterwards and then I'll make a note. So I will look into Equate as a brand. I think we can probably get it in Asda, which is owned by Walmart. I will have a look. Oh, so Lucy says, after using it for 10 minutes, this is the peeling solution by The Ordinary. Red spots and a little bit of irritation. I think, Lou, I would personally just knock it back to 5 minutes. If 5 minutes worked for you the first time, leave it a week and then do it for 5 minutes. I think that's your skin telling you that 5 minutes is optimal. And I think for most people it probably is. You get a gorgeous result after 5 minutes. There's no need to push it further. BB Sale says, hello from New Mexico. Sending lots and lots of love, my love. Yago Mago Domo, I think I butchered your name. I'm so sorry. Says, you're so handsome. Oh, I'm only do this for the compliments, you know. Thank you so much. That's so kind. And so lovely of you to say thank you. Mayak says, love from India. Sending lots of love for anyone watching in India or a wider Asian area. Amelia says, hi Rob. I think I remember you mentioned the little Q10 serum in a previous video. Is it any good? Yes, 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 and yes. It's like £1. It's like £1.7. Is it £1.75? So good. So good. They do a night cream and they do a serum. The night cream is great if you have super oily skin, but not if you've got acne. The serum is great for all skin types. Let's have a look. Mayank says, can we combine glycolic acid with retinol? Yes, but use one in the morning, one in the evening. Retinol in the evening, glycolic in the morning, because you don't want to risk any sensitivity. Sean says, hey buddy, hope you're okay. Hey Sean, sending you lots and lots of love. Now I did notice, Sean, just before we jumped on, I saw that you sent an Instagram message through. I'm a little bit behind with my DMs, so I do apologise. I will get back to you this evening. I'm sending lots and lots of love. Tom says, oh, this is about the peeling solution. Try slowly working up to 10 minutes. Yeah, I think the issue is when we all do it, you get a product and it says use for a maximum of 10 minutes once a week. And you're like, right, okay, 10 minutes it is, once a week it is. And we always go for like the maximum to get those quick results. It never pays off. It never pays off. Start slowly and work your way up. I leave it on for probably about 8 minutes, and then it starts to tingle too much, and I wash it off. John Carl says, I read not to use my peptides and azure line in the same routine as vitamin C, pure or derivative. Am I just cancelling out one or the other? So The Ordinary on their website say not to use peptides with any form of vitamin C. This has been disproven. If it's a derivative, it's fine. They keep it on there as like a fail-safe to not confuse people, and I understand why they do it. However, if it's a vitamin C derivative, you can use any peptide alongside it because it's the pH that matters, not the form. If it's a pure form of vitamin C, it'll be in such a low pH you can't. And if you do want to use it in the same routine, you need to buffer it with a pH balancer in between, like a toner that's balanced to your skin's pH. EC says, what were you like as a teen? I have a teen, so I'm curious to know the development of people. What's this? I'm keen to see the development of people who seem humble yet successful. What was I like as a teenager? Oh, my mother would tell you. Well, actually, my mum always said that we were great as kids. Like me and my brothers, I've got 2 brothers, got on so well. We were like, we always did our homework. We were always quite easygoing. And my mum admits now that she didn't realise at the time, but we've since got nieces and nephews. And she says, oh, do you know what? You were so easy as kids. So easy. But I think, what was I like? I was always, I always did like what I wanted to do, and I did always have parents that supported me in whatever I wanted to do. So if you compare like me and my brothers, so I was the geeky one. So my mum was like, what do you want to do for a career? And I said, I want to go into politics, I want to be an MP, I want to change everything, I want to help people, I want to be an MP, which is like the least cool thing in the world that you want to be. Like, who wants to be a member of parliament? Nobody. That was my dream. It still is my dream. And so like my mum was like, go for it, do it, whatever you want. So I did that. I did loads of politics things, which is what I did my degree in, and my beliefs didn't always align with them, but they were super supportive. And I think like my brother ended up working, he like went over to Borneo. Did he go to Borneo? Yeah, to set up a gorilla sanctuary, or to help out at a gorilla sanctuary. Was it Borneo? I think he went to. Anyway, he was over there. My mum was like, yeah, follow your dreams. Off you go. And he went off and he was animal mad and went and did that. And my other brother went to fashion college and did artsy, fashiony, all of that stuff. And I think being like having my mum literally, I think, had the best approach because she never cared. We never rebelled. I think people rebel when they're told they can't do something. So it was a really great example. I decided I was going to get my ear pierced. This was me. I was so edgy. This is like the most edgy I've ever been. I was useless as an edgy teen. But I went to university. I was like, yeah, I'm going to get my ear pierced. That's the dream. So I went to have my ear pierced. I had it up there. I passed out from the needle. I mean, the most dramatic thing in the world, and it was so embarrassing because like 6-year-old girls were having it done and I passed out. And I came home and my mum was like, looked at it and she was like, oh, what's that in your ear? And I was like, mother, it's an ear piercing. I'm 18 years old. I don't live at home anymore. You can't tell me what to do. I can do what I want. She's like, no, lad, you do whatever you want. She's like, I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you, you look a right idiot. And that was it. That was all she said. And that was it. I took it out the same night. I was like, yeah, she got a point. So I don't know what I was like as a teen. I think I was probably reasonably easy, though my mum might dispute that. But I would always say, like, we got our drive. Like, all my brothers are quite driven and quite motivated. And I always wanted to achieve things. And I think my parents just always said you can always achieve your dreams. Whatever they are, like, get out there and do them. And I think they'd be most upset if I was to think of like my mum would be most upset with me. Whatever I did, I think she'd be most upset if I came back and said, oh, I don't know what I want to do. I haven't got a dream. I don't want to do anything. I think she'd be like, oh. So I would just say, always encourage people to follow the dreams. It's a long way of saying, follow your dreams. Now we have but that is actually a really good question. So we have another 7 minutes going before we shimmy on over to find out more about Purito sunscreens. So keep your questions coming and smash that like button if you haven't already. We have already eclipsed the number of viewers that we had last week on this screen, and they're just getting bigger and bigger every week. So thank you so much, guys. Smash that like button if you haven't already, and I'll keep going with the questions. Arek says, hi Rob, popping in to say hello. It's pretty late here in Pakistan. It's exam season, so I'll watch the replay tomorrow. When you're watching the replay, first of all, lots of love to Pakistan, but sending so much luck and good luck for your exams. I hope it goes really well for you. Mayank says, can we layer glycolic? Oh, we've covered that one. John Carl says, Susan Yarrow recommends the Vichy vitamin C ampules for what it's worth. Like I said, I haven't really explored Vichy. I think if you live in Europe, say if you live in France, they're a really affordable drugstore brand. Here in the UK, they're a little bit on the bougie side. I don't know if they're cruelty free or not. I need to check that out. But I'm not adverse to Vichy at all. Elizabeth says, have you heard of horsetail extract? I was just reading the ingredient list. I have never heard of that. I hope horsetail is a plant and not what I think it is, because why do we do this? Llama milk is appearing in stuff. I know, baffling Elizabeth. So tell me, I want to know, leave me a comment in the comments box. Is it what I think it is, or is horsetail like some exotic plant? Patty says, hi Tom, I retired and can help moderate Facebook if you need it. Thank you so much, Patty. That's so kind of you. Thank you ever so much. Bianca says, a great fragrance-free sunscreen to use in Scotland. I've got one from Avem, but the fragrance, yeah, a lot of people do use fragrance. I would say if you want fragrance-free, tell you what, I'll leave you in the description box below some recommendations, because I need to check which ones are actually fragrance-free. But I will check. I do know, if you want really affordable, cheap and easy to go, I know that Sultan, which is the Boots brand, do a fragrance-free version. It's not that exciting, but it's easy to get in Scotland and it works. It's super affordable. I know it's not luxury, it's not got the nice packaging, it's kind of the things we throw into our bag when we're running away on holiday, but I would recommend it to people in the UK as an option if you want a really affordable drugstore option, and they do a fragrance free. I think it's the Kids Sensitive is fragrance free. Bianca says, oh no, we covered that one. Sarah says the Vichy Mineral 89 hyaluronic acid serum is fab. People love that. It's got 89, is it 89% hyaluronic acid? Have I made that up? Anyway, people go mad for that. I don't ever feel like I need that hydration in my life. Like my skin hydrates itself with grease morning and night. But people do love that product. So it's definitely one to try if you want to explore Vichy. I think the 89 hyaluronic serum is probably the place to start. Have you ever tried the Madara skincare products? They're Latvian, organic and cruelty free. It sounds amazing. I haven't heard of them. I haven't tried them, but I definitely will because that sounds absolutely amazing. So thank you so much for calling that out. Alicia says, hi, I love the video about what to expect from your brand when it's released. So excited. Thank you so much, my love. And thank you to everyone for the love on that. It's been overwhelming to say the least, and I've loved every minute of it. Now, I am going to say we've got 4 more minutes, so do not worry, I'm not leaving yet. We've got a couple. I always squeeze in a few extra questions. As soon as I click end stream, it redirects you over to the video that we have on sharing a little bit of gossip, a little tea, a little information about Purito sunscreens. For those of you that loved the Purito sunscreens, which unfortunately failed their testing, they weren't living up to the SPF, I think Purito deserves a second chance because they came back, cash refunds to everyone, full transparency, full apology, all the good stuff. So I'm giving them a second chance. If you want to have a look at what they're replacing those much loved sunscreens with, it's coming in a video straight after this. So I'll answer a couple more questions, then I'm going to click end stream and you'll be diverted to that video where, stick around, it's only 10 minutes long. Everyone's got 10 minutes to, it's a live premiere, so I'll be typing as we go, so you can see what Purito are coming out with. If you don't have the time, just go over there, click click the thumbs up button and then watch at your leisure. But let's squeeze in a couple more questions before I go. Helena says, oh no, we're talking again there about the peeling solution by The Ordinary, where recommendations for leaving it for 5 minutes. I think it's a great place to start. 5 minutes is more than enough. Salt says, best cheap skincare routine for oily skin. I want to do more skincare routines and piecing them together, so I will be doing more on the channel. But also, if you leave me a comment on the Facebook group, I will document it so everyone can enjoy it. Let's have a look. I'm cute says, hi, new sub. Hi, I see. Is it a Pikachu in your video? Love a little Pikachu. He's very cute. So I love your name. Thank you so much for joining. New sub. That's one step closer to our 30,000 goal. Let's have a look. Oh, Sean has a really good recommendation. Any guys wanting to avoid the white cast, the dreaded white cast that we get with our sunscreens, Sean recommends the Ultra Sun Sport Gel 30. It's great. No, of course I don't mind you passing it on, Sean. Share it with everybody. I haven't tried Ultra Sun in so long, so I might have to have a little bit of a look into them. Tabish, hello my love. If I didn't get through to you, we are coming to a close now where we're going to redirect over to the Purito video where we're going to keep chatting. If I didn't get round to answering your question, I'm so sorry. I try to get through as many as I can. Just cut and paste it and leave it in the comments below. I go back this evening and I'll answer all of them for you, so do not worry, you haven't missed out. I'll answer all of them if you just leave them in the comments below. I'm going to say a couple of shout outs. Andrew, thank you. Let's have a look. Andrew says, I'm actually an esthetician from the States and I absolutely love your informative videos. I was just curious if you've ever received any facials or professional treatments. I love a facial. I love a professional treatment. It seems like ages since, because most of it's been closed for a year. So I will be straight back on the facials. I think you can't use a facial as a way of getting around not having a good skincare routine. You need that first, but then add a facial in afterwards. So gorgeous. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. If you haven't already, this is your last chance to smash that like button and let's get this video promoted out as much as possible. I'm now going to redirect everyone over to the Purito video. We're going to learn a little bit more about Purito sunscreens when they launch. They're launching in a very short period of time, so we can have a little look around whether we might actually want to include them in our routines. If I didn't get around to your question, do not worry, leave me in the comments below and I will answer it as soon as I can this evening or tomorrow morning. Similarly, I'm going to be chatting away when we go over to that Purito video because it's one of our live streams. I would love to know as well, leave me a comment below, do you like this style of video where we do it and then we move over to another video to continue the conversation? So I'm going to redirect everyone over to that video. If you want to stick around to watch that, I would love you all. Sending you lots and lots of love and wishing you the best weekend ever.